So Microsoft has released a new Windows 10 Insider preview that has some new features added to Microsoft Edge, and I want to go over those features here in today's video. Chris Love here, owner of Love to Dev, and today we're going to review some of the new features that have shipped with Microsoft Edge in the Windows 10 Insider Preview version 16.215, and this is for the PC. It doesn't look like they really shipped anything updating on the mobile. Not that that really matters to a lot of people, but today I want to go over a few of the new features. And first and foremost, the feature that I'm actually excited is back, and I'm still trying to verify a little bit of information on this, is the ability to pin a website to your taskbar. Now this is a very underutilized feature in Internet Explorer, and basically what this does is it allows you to pin a website to your taskbar so that you can launch it from down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Facebook, and I'm going to show you a little bug that I think is now shipping as well. And it could just be my machine, but notice how everything is massively zoomed in here. What I want to do is I'm just going to flip over to another tab and come back, and what it does is it usually pops back to the right size. There we go. I'm calling that a bug. I don't know about you, but it annoys me. There's got to be something else going on. And they have changed some of the way the tabs open up, and I got a feeling there's something a little quirky there. But to add a site or a page to the home screen, you have to go to the settings menu and then pin this page to the taskbar. I said home screen, I meant taskbar. I'm so sorry about that. But now you see that Facebook is down here. If I right click on Facebook, you'll notice that it tells me that there's 2 notifications, which clearly matches up to what we see right there. Now this is a pretty cool feature. Now for Internet Explorer, you did have to add either metadata to your head to drive this feature, or I believe there was also an XML file that would also drive this feature along with the live tiles. I got to verify if that's still the case, it's what shipped with Edge or not. If so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video to show you how to create the code for your site so you can take advantage of this pin to taskbar feature. Now as I was trying to find where to do this, I also found this, the pin here, and it's probably been there a while, and I probably just totally forgot it was there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this over here. As you can see, this is the second one I pinned. Let me just close this. There we go. And so basically now Facebook is going to be pinned over here. It's just going to be kind of a sort of permanent tab, a little mini tab over here. And I think that's actually another nice user experience feature. All right, now the next one that I'm pretty stoked about, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close the Facebook up here, close the tab, there it goes, is let's go over here to this obesity article. Now what I'm going to do, another feature that did not ship with Edge that's been in Internet Explorer and pretty much every other browser is the ability to hit F11 and go full screen. Now this is another very underutilized user experience feature that is available pretty much across the board, but I think most people don't realize you can hit F11 to make a web page full screen. Personally, I kind of like this because it just gives me more screen real estate, gets rid of the browser Chrome. And think about it, if you're starting to make progressive web apps, you want people to add it to the home screen and launch without the browser Chrome. And so this is definitely something that end users would like to do. Now this does not compete with or replace programmatically using the full screen API. Again, you're going to have to prompt to get permission from the user if you're doing that, but that's kind of an adjacent way to make your website full screen. And of course the other way will be progressive web app, which right now is not shipped in Edge, but look for that later on. Okay, now let's go back to normal screen. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to go to the next page, get some pages with some text. Now this is an ebook, and I don't know if you know, if you do have ebooks, Edge can be your ebook reader, which is actually pretty nice. And they've added the ability to highlight with some different colors. You can also select and underline, and then you can also leave notes, which I think is very valuable. Alrighty, and then that note's there, and all you gotta do is just pop that up, and there it is. That's gonna be great if you're doing like research. I can see this being super valuable for student types and everything. Now, Edge can also be your PDF reader. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in on Ilya's book here, and just like this, I wish the UI on this, the context menu, was the same, but it's not. So this is a PDF, not an ebook. And here you have to select the highlight, go off that. It doesn't have the ability to underline it, and I don't see the notes feature in here yet. So that's kind of unfortunate. Now you can save as. Let's see, what is that? That's the layout. Yeah, I don't push the barrier. I do read PDFs in here a lot. I just don't push the barrier on it too much, like I probably should. Now another thing you can do is ask Cortana about that text, so you can have her automatically look things up for you, and she will go out and find things for us. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, I'm just going to do this. Right click. Really kind of wish that context menu would pop up right where I was at too. But see, it went out and found, basically it's doing a Bing search for us. That's kind of cool. Makes it easy to do research. Now, let's go back over to the announcement blog post, because there's some things I don't think I can truly show here, just because it's just not easy to do. But first, it says the Edge splash screen for newly launched tabs basically have better transition. I'm not sure how to quantify that or demonstrate that, so I'm just going to let them have that bullet point there. But this next one is pretty valid right here, pretty important, I think. Doesn't happen as often as it used to me, but occasionally you can go to the bad corner of the internet, so to speak, or just get on a site that's got some rogue code, so to speak, and they may launch an alert dialog that you just can't get rid of. It may be caught in a loop or something, and you just can't kill Edge. Well, now you can. You can go up here and hit the X button to close Edge, and it'll close even if that dialog's popped up there. So that is a super handy feature in my opinion. Now I don't know if it allows you to close the tab, because it says the Edge app. It'd be nice if you could just close that particular tab. I'd also like to see the ability to just hit Control F4 to close the tab, or maybe even Alt F4 to close the entire browser. The next one, I didn't demonstrate this when I did, but right now let's do that. If I right click here and add tab to favorites, you can see it was highlighted over here, and it's going to stick it somewhere over here. Now the problem is I don't know where it stuck it, so I think we're down here at the bottom. Oh, there we go. It's showing me tabs. This is the one we just added. There we go. Well, this is very interesting. It added all of the tabs. Now, that's very fascinating. So I'm going to do a little more investigating on that particular one, because it shouldn't have added all of the tabs in my opinion, but it did. Now this is another one I can't quantify. New tabs will now animate more smoothly onto the tab bar when opened and closed. That one, I got no clue. Let's just do this. To me, that's really the same as what I've seen in the past. I don't know. I don't know what to look for on that. They didn't really quantify that. Now this next one I like too. This one will come in handy for me, when I first reboot or start Windows. Sometimes I will go to my email client first, and when I do, oftentimes there's a link in an email that I want to click, and it's going to launch the browser. And that's been a frustrating experience sometimes, because I don't want to lose all the browser tabs I may have had in my previous session. What this is going to do is restore those browser tabs and even different windows, different instances of Edge. And what it's going to do is it's going to add that new tab onto the last opened session of Edge. So that's pretty nice. Basically, it just puts it in the last possible place, so you know where to find it, if nothing else. So I do like that behavior. Now that's a quick rundown of all the new stuff that's shipping in the latest Windows Insider build as it relates to Edge. Now there's obviously more features that ship. This is actually a very big drop Now, one thing I may play with today and possibly do another video is this handwriting stuff. That looks pretty cool. I don't play enough with my pen, so I'm going to try to maybe play with that. But I do encourage you to go read the article and see all the different features that have shipped, and maybe even some of the issues that you may be having that they know about that they're trying to address. So hopefully this will find this useful. If you like the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up, and if you want to make sure you don't miss anything on the channel, make sure you subscribe or like our Facebook page. And as always, if you got questions or discussion points, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'd love to have a dialogue about the new features in Edge. If you got questions about things that you think are missing or whatnot, talk about those there too. I need to make a video showing you how you can actually report that to Microsoft so that they know you're looking for a certain feature too. So again, like the channel, subscribe, and hopefully this is useful to you, and you can start using these new features and tell your friends about them too.